GNT Sports coming right back at you with another episode 30 on the brand new channel. So, hey, look, sit back, relax, grab your chair, pull that thing up to the table. Let's have a great conversation today. Let's go. As you can tell, I'm back with my boys, the normal crew. 30, bro. Episode 30. It was all a dream.
Out here like Steph Curry.
I mean, Steph edition.
Hey, that intro is sick though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout out to George from Repercussion Studios for hooking that one up for us.
Sir.
Yeah,
he's the one that the book got smacked out of his hand by Kev. So and some of y'all may know George from the other GNT crew that talk all the geek stuff. So once again, thanks George for all you do for this crew. We really appreciate it. But without further ado, it's time for me to introduce my boys to the whole entire world right now. Kev,
what's going on?
Joel, aka Bird Gang.
What's going on, everybody?
And last but not least, my man Tone, the promoter.
Yizzo. What's up, y'all?
Today, this is your crew for the GNT Talk. All right, so I wanted to start off by showing y'all something kind of funny. All right. At least I found it funny. I don't think I shared it with y'all. So my portion of this episode is going to consist of this video. When y'all ready, y'all tell me.
All right. But wait. Before we say we ready, right? Where we at with it? I mean, can we get some clues? Like, can we try to guess? Like, or we
sure. All right. Well, okay. So, knowing my history, y'all guys know me well, right?
You too excited to show this video, bro. What's going on? He can't. What's going on?
So right. Knowing my past and the things that I like to deliver to y'all, what do y'all think this video is going to be about? Obviously, this is sports talk, so it's going to be about sports.
If I had to guess, it would be a unusual play that we just can't believe it happened that way. That would be my guess.
Okay. You, Kev?
Something about basketball I don't know about.
But you're going to get to know. You're going to be a pro. Tone?
You know what? This might be like just not gonna say it, not. I don't know, like what you just said about what me knowing you well and what you bring, to the table. If it's sports related, to be honest with you, I would have to say it would be in some sort of like a godly spirit type, basketball sports play or something like that. That what I mean? From what you're saying, what you bring, and what I mean, what you me knowing you well, that's what I would guess.
Wow. That touched my heart, bro.
I mean, no, the only reason I said that was from just how you just explained, what I mean, what you would bring us. That's, what I mean?
I appreciate that, bro.
At least I'm talking personally, you know what I mean? Like, we've had conversations, you know what I mean? So.
Absolutely. But without further ado.
in the what? What did I just watch? Yo, that's something out like GTA. You had that shit on rookie, and you can't get touched.
That's the new Prince Nassim in boxing right there.
Yeah, boy was just having a time with that dude, man. Like he you know what I mean, he defeated dude, you know what I mean, and the dude was just hardly, defeated. Like he was just no way you bopping around like that, playing like that with me, and I'm a professional fighter, man. Like no way,
Yeah,
man.
we
You
got
got
to look up how many professional fights that dude had.
right, and
You
to
know,
see if
like
he performs like that
different
in every
levels.
fight, though.
Right.
Okay, look.
That was
Usually
a
we
good
see
one.
the boy that showboats is the one that gets knocked out quick. You know what I mean?
Right. Remember?
Not
Oh,
in this
you
beat.
should get the clip. Remember, the boy in the UFC joint when he did the little break thing.
Yes, exactly.
That joint was funny. You gonna do a little break dance, and boy knocked him clean out.
Clean.
Yeah.
Right
Like,
after that, I'm like, you idiot, yo. But that's what I see happening to that dude in the future, for real.
Wait,
I
Larry, I'm still baffled. Can you play that one more time?
Kev's having a hard time processing it.
Sorry, I don't
Yo,
know.
he was like,
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
And
if
I
it's
saw it before he even put it up before, and it's not edited. It's like legit. It's crazy.
I don't know if it's just the video or just my autism kicking in. I don't know. I can't process it right now. Just keep playing it, please. Keep playing one more time. Okay, so I have an answer now.
He really
That
wasn't
is
even
literally that is literally pro wrestling, but in boxing. That is something WWE right there. How that? Oh my god! That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
Hey, make sure we follow him on the GNT page too. We have to follow that dude.
Yeah.
I want to know how many drinks he had before he went out there.
Man.
That's what they call that boxing style too. It's called drunken style boxing. Like when they do that whole like that possum and playing like they're drunk and then just throwing punches from different angles. That's what they call it.
But I mean, I don't care what boxing style that is. You don't slap somebody on top of the head like.
Then the ref is like, "No, you can't do that."
The ref didn't even know
like,
what to call.
How do I even call this fight? What is this man doing?
He'd never seen it before. Like, what
No,
the hell?
he's like, what the hell?
He might ask me, what the hell was that? What did you just do?
I think that's legal, right? You just let
I know for a fact that ref went to the backstage.
Yeah.
I know that ref went
That's
backstage
what he said, my bad.
and talk to somebody and be like, yo, what the hell is going on? What the hell was I just referee out there? What was that?
Yeah, man, that was,
Listen, if he come to Philly, I'm trying to go there. I'm trying to see this goddamn fight. I'll be right with it, like starting to record. Like, let's get it.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to see him versus the.
Oh, that boy,
Yeah.
the worm boy. Nah, he'd knock him clean out. He tried that again.
Oh man! So all right, I wanted to start off with something funny. Yo, I saw that. I said, oh, I can't wait to show these to these guys. So okay, that was that. There you go. That's
that was something.
That's my portion. And before we dive into what y'all guys want to go ahead and talk about, because I wanted to cut my portion a little short, just so we can just literally just talk, just like 2 seconds, whatever how long that we need to. About this subject here.
Ooh. And we forgot to talk about it the last one too. I'm going to bring that up. But,
that's the only reason why I'm bringing it up now.
Man, listen, man. Obviously not because of the tragic loss that we had as sports fans and in the NBA world and just sports in general. But, I mean, just well deserved, and they celebrated that man's life up to this point to the best of their abilities, man. And I mean, even certain NBA players doing what they needed to do to be during these ceremonies and stuff like that. I mean, just it's just sad story, man. But I mean, we definitely paying homage to him, man. And me personally, I'm just proud that he's from Philly and has a tie directly to us here. But hell of a player, even if he wasn't from here, man. And no, I'm not a Lakers fan. That is my son's flag over there, just to be clear. But it actually suits the moment. So yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But when they said that was coming out or that was going to release a statue, I didn't repeat the date until it was the day of the release, and then you saw the date of it, and it was like, yeah, so that was Gigi's number and Kobe's
and Kobe both
number.
his number.
So,
Right.
yo,
Right.
how fitting is they can never do that again. They can never do that again.
I'm sure there was some planning, in that.
Oh yeah.
Right. I mean, to a thing at this level, they had to. Like, I mean, everything you probably have, that so many people that are a high level planning this thing out to the slightest little detail. You know what I mean? And they're like, hey, what day do we do it? On his birthday, her birthday, the day of that it happened, when he won the championship, when he scored 81, all these different things. And they're like, oh, hold on a second. I mean, I would love to find out who actually came up with planning it on that day.
Right.
That would have been like, I mean, after that, it was like, nope, that's the best possible day. It doesn't matter if it falls on whatever day of the week it is, that's the day. So.
What you gonna say, Tom?
I just want to go back a little bit and just relive, obviously, that day. I remember the Pro Bowl was on, and when they actually was padded up, and I remember my sisters being over one of my sisters being over my crib. I had my kids. We chilling. I'm watching the kids doing the kids thing. I'm watching the Pro Bowl and if y'all remember Isaiah, right? That worked at the gig.
Yeah.
I remember him calling me. He called me. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "You hear they saying Kobe died, yo." And like, no lie, I was like, "Kobe who? Who the hell is that?" I'm like, "We don't know no Kobe." Like, I'm thinking he talking about like somebody who we like personally knew. And he like, "Nah, Kobe Bryant." I said, "Kobe Bryant?" I said, "What?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro?" I'm like, I said, first off, I'm watching the Pro Bowl. And I'm like, they ain't say nothing. Like, Kobe Bryant died, bro? I said, nah. I said, yo, that gotta be fake news. He's like, well, it's on Twitter, you know what I mean? This and that. And he like TMZ is confirming, you know what I mean, that it's true. I said, what? I said, bro, nah, yo. I'm like, I said, yo, so obviously I remember we got off the phone. I get on the internet. Obviously now I'm searching. I ain't had Twitter, back at the time, or X, I'm sorry, at the time. And I'm like, yo, I just do not, see this, John. I'm like, what is Isaiah talking about? And obviously, I remember it came on the TV. I remember them reporting it, during the game. Like, we get reports, and I want to say, damn, what'd I say? Come on, man. Yo,
you had to let him slide during the Kobe speech.
Yeah,
man.
right.
That don't even count, bro. I was vouching for you, Tom.
I'm sorry.
Not during this topic, bro.
I'm sorry.
Damn, yo.
He did him dirty, bro. This is like we had church and it was like, pause. Like, come on, bro.
I'm sorry.
Man.
Oh, damn. But
he couldn't help it. He's just waiting to use that jam.
He said, I'm gonna get him. But no, man. Like I said, they reported it on on ESPN. Like I said, doing the televised when they were showing the game, and I was like, damn. And then obviously you get all the reports that like his daughter was on the joint, and you didn't know who was on there. I remember I even seen like something that said Rick Fox was supposed to have
Yeah,
been on there.
I remember
And
that
then
too.
I remember like Rick Fox's daughter putting out a video like, "No, my dad is alive and well." I took off the phone with him. You know, they saying that we don't even think it's Kobe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, did anybody talk to him? And then obviously, you know, the unthinkable was proven to be true. And it just sucks, man. You know, to like, not saying that no, we didn't give Kobe his flowers when he was here. You know what I mean? But anytime anyone passes away, man, no matter if it's a sport, family member, you know what I mean, whatever, it's like then you always really, really, really take account or dive in to the good that they did, man. Um, you know, tomorrow's not promised, man, for none of us. So I just think that we got to get in the habit of, man, just giving people, you know, they flowers, congratulating people for you know, whether it's a small feat or a high feat, because you just never know, you know what I'm saying, when it's over. And then it's like when you gone, like, damn, like just like I heard somebody say, like, you know, when Nipsey Hussle you know, passed away, everybody became a fan or they want to buy his music. They like, no, if you ain't listened to him before or bought
Yeah.
it before, don't try to be no bandwagon fan before. If you was there, you know, before the muscle, then that's appreciated, man. But not and I'm not saying that any of us did that, you know, for Kobe, because I think we did respect and obviously we knew what kind of cloth he was cut from. So, but I said all that to say, man, you know what I mean, just pretty much big up your loved ones, man, or whoever it is that y'all, you know, rub shoulders with, man, because it can go a long way, man.
You want to close that with anything, Kev?
I mean, nah, Tone Joel knocked the nail on the head, but that's like what Tone said. Not every day is not a given thing. I mean, I can die in my sleep tonight for just out of the blue, and there's no guarantee for tomorrow, and it's a shame. And even though I'm not much of a basketball fan, but I knew and I respected Kobe Bryant for what he did for the game. I mean, his mentality next to Michael Jordan's they were calling Kobe Bryant the next Michael Jordan in the Last Dance documentary. I mean, the dude was a bona fide winner. His mentality, I just wish a lot of players had his mentality every game where, it's not throw aside the money, throw aside the fame, just go out and be the greatest that you can be. But it's a shame with him and his daughter. His daughter was very young. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't even mention that, man. Being the girl dad that I am, man. You know, that crushed me, you know, just on that aspect. You know what I mean? Because obviously none of us could imagine, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, going through anything like that with a child, parent, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just think about, you know, what he was going through before the final moments, man. When you know, to my daughter, you know, to both of my daughters, or all my kids, you know, in general, man. I'm Superman. You know what I mean? I'm gonna save the day. You know what I mean? No matter what. You know what I mean? I'm beating anybody, you know, for my kids, and to be faced in that atmosphere, man, with your whew, boy. Let me even stop talking about that right now, man. Because
Yeah, man.
but no, but
Oh, yeah.
but no, real rap though, man. That's just a crazy thing, you know, situation to be in. But since we talking about Kobe, man, and what's so crazy that we're talking about Kobe, I just watched. I don't know if y'all seen it, but y'all see they interviewed Smush Parker on Vlad TV. He did an interview about pretty much his time with Kobe Bryant, and obviously we all remember what Kobe said to him when he tried to talk to him, right?
Yeah, basically. Yes.
He said you cannot talk to me. You do not have the resume to
Yeah.
talk to me. And boom. He said that was the only time he ever tried to talk to Kobe, and that was the only time he said anything outside of off the basketball court to Kobe, y'all. Like Kobe, they said what a lot of people, a lot of players, a lot of people, ex-teammates said that he wasn't a likable guy. Like they said he was mean to all, like a lot of his teammates. I seen a joint where I seen Brian Shaw did an interview, did said a little passage about Kobe, right? He said one day he was at practice and he said J.R. Riders, when he was playing with the Lakers at one point, he scored on Kobe at practice and said something like, "Yeah, that's why I'm busting your ass." So it just said something, crazy to Kobe, acknowledging that, he scored on him. So he said Kobe stopped practice and was like, "Okay, after practice, me and you one-on-one."
And
He
Phil
said
Jackson
Phil Jackson
stopped
stopped the
it right
practice and was
there.
like, all right,
Yep.
no, y'all checking rock right now. He said he cooked J.R. Ryder. Cooked him, right? Got him right up out of there, right? And they said that he cooked him so bad that J.R. Ryder said he came to the sideline, handballed, fistballed up. And he said he was looking at everybody and was like, I'll beat all y'all asses. Like, yo, I was just crafting, yo, don't want to beat, they had beat your ass because Kobe just fried you. But Brian Shaw said that Kobe did that to everybody. He said he did it to Mitch Richmond. He did it to Lindsey Hunter. He said he said Kobe was really that alpha male, like, yo, this my team. Ain't nobody coming in here and doing nothing. They said Kobe would tell any and everybody to check rock and let you know that this is my squad. And of course he dusted everybody off, of course. And then but just this mine. I was like,
Right.
yeah, that mentality that they say he possessed, I think it was unreal. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, you even had Michael Jordan talk about, and during his speech, just talk about how he will call him at different hours of the day, like 3 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 8 o'clock at night, and just trying to get with him and just pick his brain. And he was like, this dude was just so obsessed in wanting to be the greatest, like be great. And he was just like, I just wanted to be his big brother and be there for him and pass the knowledge and just, he was like, this dude was just calling me all the time, just picking his brain and, how he did this shot or this move, whatever it was, it was just, eye opening. I mean, me personally, like watching basketball growing up, like I personally, obviously, thought he was great. But I'm also a Sixers fan, and I was just like,
Took
damn,
away
this
from it.
dude's
Yeah.
killing us, man.
It
You
took
know what I mean? And then he's from Philly. I'm like, I don't even care about that, man. Like I'm still riding with AI in my squad.
Yep.
But I mean, that day, like I personally was with one of my close friends. His name is Anthony Smith. So shout out to him. And he's a huge Lakers fan. And we were actually like at this thing, it was called like Brunchcella or something like that, where like this spot where it was just like early in the morning, like at 10, 11 o'clock, everybody's just there having different types of food and drinks early in the morning. And we get the same news like Tone was saying is that this time is around noon, 1 o'clock. We all sitting there just drinking a little bit, eating whatever. And we get the news and like my homie really just started, shedding tears right there. That's how much of a fan he is. And then it kind of killed the mood during that day, obviously, for like a lot of the fellas. And that to me was the part where everybody was like, damn, bro, Kobe passed. And then you start getting all that news of who was in the plane with his daughter. We like, oh my God. And it, obviously for obvious reasons, it killed the vibe, that we were having just because of the level of importance of that news that came out. But I mean, it was bad news, man. And it sounded like a fake news and something you would just see in like a Hollywood story and how it crushing ending and stuff like that. And it was just horrible, man.
Hey guys, look, and the crazy thing is I think what like after looking at like that situation and how that passed, and the thing about like a month or so later, that's when COVID kicks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like we knew that we was in for a bad year when the beginning of the year, right in February, is when he passed. He passed away in February,
I think
right?
it was in January. End of January. I think January 26th. January 26th.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
so right at the end of January. End of January, beginning of February.
Right.
Yeah.
They announced the COVID in February, and then the shutdown came in March.
Shutdown,
Yep.
yeah, because it shut down, and that was real too. That was,
Yo.
man, that was
But
real too. Yeah,
but it was just
2020
like,
was crazy, bro.
yo,
20
man.
that double digit year, man. That was a
Yo.
crazy year, man.
Yeah. And it was just crazy. It was like, yeah, yo, we're in for a year if like Kobe Bryant dies. Like what? And everything else that was going on, like the city in shock and what have you, and then people getting sick out of nowhere. It's like, what is this is going on? And it's like, what is going on? It was a crazy year, but nonetheless, no, shout out to to Kobe Bryant and everything that he done. Uh, Shout out to the Laker organization to release that incredible statue, man. That statue was incredible, and that's one out of what the four that they putting up for him.
Are they gonna
I
put
think,
up? They gonna put up more?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they already have everything planned out, and I mean,
mhm,
rightfully so, and in different landmarks too.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. So so shout outs to the Lakers organization. I don't give them a lot of credit for a lot of stuff, but I
I
definitely
mean,
give them
why
credit
should we?
for that.
Why
Yeah,
should we, for real, for real? But no,
yeah. How
in
about
this
it?
in this in this instance, yeah, hats off to the Lakers organization for paying homage to being um it's like his like I said, he said his mentality, man, was just was unreal, man. Like they said, remember they Gilbert Arenas was with the Lakers this one year, and they played Jordan, and obviously Mike and them won, and he goes to Kobe after the game, pat him on his ass, and say, "You make him wear my shoes, but you could never fill them." And
Mm,
they said Kobe for 2 weeks didn't say nothing to any coaches, any players. They said he just came to practice, he worked, he did what he did his normal thing, but he just didn't talk to nobody. He said all the teammates was like, "Dang, what we do? Is he mad at us?" Like, and they said that Phil was like, nah, like he knew what it was, and he actually told him. And it just so happens that they was playing them again in 2 weeks. Cole came out and had 55, and they won. And they beat Mike and them. They
Yeah,
said that ball was so laser focused. Like, don't ever talk trash to that ball. Like, he's really gonna come back for you somehow, some way.
that's go ahead, Joel. What was you gonna say?
nah, I mean, he just something he talked about Phil Jackson. I mean, can you imagine being Phil Jackson, being able to coach Michael
Yo, did
Jordan
they ever ask him?
and Kobe? Oh my God.
Did they ever ask
Dude,
him?
how lucky can you be? First off, being an NBA coach and coaching a group of men to freaking play the game that you probably obviously love because you're coaching it, and then you get the draw to coach Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, and along other people, but them two
Mm,
people. Like that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's the only thing that just popped into my mind when he said it. I'm like I thought of it before, but it just popped in my mind just now.
Mhm.
With Tone just mentioned it. That's just insane, man.
Well, you would have to think, why the Lakers obviously did it, because he coached Mike. So they did look at Kobe. Everybody looked at Kobe as the next apparent Michael Jordan, and it just made sense for the Lakers to offer, Phil Jackson a contract to coach him, and they just knew the triangle was unstoppable with a
Yeah,
player, like Mike, and that's what Kobe was, and that's why they had that success, man. The
and
three
that
times.
was the other thing that he used to call Michael Jordan about and ask him about the triangle too. Like that is so detailed and just wanting to be the greatest. Like it was just like man, like I'm just picking that dude's brain as much as I can, and man, I think players these days probably don't even do that. They just kind of like I'm figure it out on my own, and here you got the next greatest player, in my era personally, next to Jordan, and you're looking at him like, and he's actually reaching out to him. So it's crazy, man.
He wanted to be better than Mike. You know, he wanted to be that guy that obviously everybody talk about Jordan. He wanted everybody to talk about Kobe. He didn't care. He knew Mike was his OG. Go ahead. Still wanted to be better than him at the end of the day, which he should be. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
anybody who plays this game should want to be the best. Any game, any sport.
How about it? All right, so let's go ahead and let's leave that one alone because we can literally talk about Kobe for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
especially for what he brought to the game, and more importantly, like all the stories and stuff that we hear that came from him, or the things that he told other people. That's so like monumental to like life, like now, about not giving up, about your drive, and always put your best foot forward, all kinds of stuff. Heck, the story with the ladies in the Olympics. I told you that story before, Tone. I'm not gonna get into it now because it's a long story. Not really, but just how focused, laser focused he was. It was. There's never going to be another Kobe Bryant, and I think Michael Jordan actually marveled by like how fierce Kobe was, because if like Mike Mike is that boy, we all know that, but like there was a level that that anger, that Mamba mentality, that's something I don't think Jordan even had. It's just different, you know what I mean? No, like Mike was a killer, but Kobe was just something different. So rest in peace, Kobe. We I at least wanted to finally talk about that subject because we've been wanting to have that conversation for a while. But let's go ahead and shut that one down. Let's go into the next Kev. So something you want to go ahead and bring up is not going to be, I'm sure, a long conversation because it's just the beginning. But what do you want to bring to the episode, sir?
The start of baseball, gentlemen. The start of another Red October for me personally, because I think this Phillies team is going to make some noise again this year. But the one thing I want to talk about is there's reports going on that Bryce Harper wants another extension, and he wants to play up until he's 45 years old. Now, to me, I mean, I love Bryce Harper. I love that guy to death. I mean, when him and Manny Machado were free agents that year, I wanted Bryce Harper on this team more than Manny Machado because between him and Manny, to me, Harper was Philly.
Yes.
With his mentality of how he plays the game, you couldn't ask for anything better. Obviously, we got Harper at free agency, and he's been amazing here. He's been NL MVP. He's been to the World Series. Unfortunately, he hasn't got the job done, but that's a different conversation. Now, would I give him a contract to keep him here till 45 years old? No.
Why not?
45 years old? I wouldn't.
I mean, I think because I heard a bunch of stuff about this contract and stuff like that. Right now he's like ranked at the top. And if you go through all the stats in baseball, he's ranked for the Phillies organization. He's like literally in the top 3 of everything, like different numbers and stuff like that. But then the other thing that they were talking about from a marketing standpoint, they were talking about when he starts to hit these milestones where they can market, 500, 600 home run or all these different milestones that he's going to hit. But I mean, I kind of with you, like, as far as not giving him the money, but at the same time, like, the dude sells tickets, man. Like, I mean, you got the fanatic gear that he wears and all different stuff, and people love him, man, just because of the same reasons why you said you wanted him here in the first place. Because, I mean, he basically claiming Philly like he's from here. So I'm like, I could see them why they wouldn't want to do it, but I think they're handcuffed with that, man. I would question the team if they didn't do it at this point. You know what I mean? Just having a big name, and not only that, but all the players that he's attracting to come here, and that are here on the team today because of him. That they just want to play with him on the team specifically because they grew up watching him. You know what I mean? Because these are some of the younger guys that at some point, idolize this guy. You know what I mean? So I'm good with it. Is it bad business decision, or you putting too much money depending on what it looks like? And if they can figure it out, they might have to give Howie Roseman a call to figure out the salary and what they could do with that. But I'm good with it if we did it, obviously. But I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's like the money is a problem, and we don't know what the team's gonna look like in when he's 45. I mean, no one knows, but it's just, I guess what's also in the back of my head is having Howard here for too long. We saw his digression very badly. Don't give me that, Larry.
The only thing though, Kev, and I'm with you, man, but the only thing that actually makes it a little easier to deal with it is that we're allowed to do the DH spot now. So that, from that standpoint, like had we had Howard and moved him to the DH when he was playing, which wasn't existing in the NL, but now it is in the NL. So I think, you know what I mean, just from that standpoint alone, you could probably argue, all right, if we had him that long, he'll obviously be the DH for the team. But
maybe, but I don't know. It's an interesting thing, man. I'm kind of hesitant on it. I really am. But if it happens, it happens. But we'll see. What, Larry? What?
It's amazing how us fans want to act like GMs. Like, that's a whole lot of money to be paying one player, and I don't understand why we want to go ahead and do it. Man, that's not our money. Give that man that money.
We wish we had that money.
Man, look, give that man that money.
Larry's like the guy from Rounders, the movie Rounders, when they're playing poker and he loses. Like, pay the man his money.
Pay the man his money.
Man,
pay the man. He, like you say, like you said, Joel, he still put butts in the seats on a regular basis. You can't tell me that he's not Philadelphia. No, like I would never thought he was from Las Vegas. Like, my man, like, looked like he was born and bred right in the heart of South Philadelphia, and that's all him. I mean, he embodies the whole entire city. Even at 45, okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. Go ahead, Tone. See what you have to say about it.
I got a question. How old is he right now?
32.
Let's get the age of Bryce Harper right now.
Oh, he's 31. He's going to be 32 in October.
Okay, so we're talking. He's talking about another 14 years that he wants to play baseball, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Since the National League has the DH position, that probably does help him. It does add some more years to his career. Now, I'm not sure if he's saying he wants to play that long and demanding. Is he demanding any kind of money? Is he demanding like big buku money?
I don't think so. I think he said he just wants to play here until he's 45.
He want to pay here until he's 45. All right, that's cool. I mean, I don't know how many contracts he would need to sign to get him here that long, because I doubt they sign him to a 14-year extension. But the only thing with that, man, is like, all right, cool. You want to play, for that long? Like I said, I don't know if it's a money thing, but we want some championships, man. Mm-hmm. Or a championship, I should say. I mean, let me just start with at least one. These players be demanding these things, these certain contracts, or this and that. But what are you doing for the organization for real, other than getting paid? These good regular seasons, and I'm not coming at Bryce Harper even with this. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I'm speaking in general. Like, these players be wanting making these demands, but like bring some hardware to the table, and then we will gladly, give you money until you're 45, 55, 65, whatever you want. You know what I mean? Do something for us, we'll do something for you. But again, how much of good baseball does he have left? Does he have 14 years of baseball? It's cool to want to play to you that age, but don't you got to be productive? Don't you got to, be doing something? Like, that's 14 years and with an injury-filled career that he has. I don't even know if he maybe lasted 45.
Right. And I just pulled it up. So my bad, not to cut you off, but he's on a 13-year deal. He has 8 years left. He's 31, so he'll be 39. So he's trying to add theoretically another 6 years to that contract, and obviously money. And he's on a contract that's paying him $330 million right now.
So
That he signed in
what's the
2019.
extension? So
the extension. So you figure he'll be 39 when the current contract is up, and he's looking at about 6 years adding to it if he wants to play to 45.
Now, are they saying any money? Well, what's the money?
Nah, I just looked it up. This is as of 2 days ago, the terms and stuff like that, and of what he currently has. They're not saying how much more he wants per year, for those extra 6 years. But right as of right now, we have him until he's 39 years old, which is actually a good thing. So he's looking to add. He's looking to add. I feel like that's that sweet spot right now, and that's probably why they gave him the contract. And felt like it was good because they could get a gauge at that point and see if they probably extend him later on. But he's probably thinking ahead of it. He's trying to get ahead of it and get paid now, I guess. But
we could revisit this when you're 35 or 36. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like 31. What if you get a devastating injury 2 years from now? Like,
right, he hasn't even played half the contract right now.
Right, that's why I was really confused when I did it. When I heard that at first, I'm like, wait, this contract almost over. Like, what did he want an extension? What are we doing here? Like,
8 years left.
Like, bro, what are we talking about his contract for right now? Like, why?
I think that was just his way of basically telling the city and telling the organization that he literally do not want to leave. Like,
Dog, 8 years from now, 39 years old, that's telling me you don't want to leave here either. Like, I mean, how many? What's the average? I mean, baseball players do play a long time. Don't get me wrong, but how many 39-year-olds is out here? Are we looking for a 39-year-old right now to join?
Especially now with the DH.
I got the answer for Tone's question, but go ahead. I didn't want to.
What question?
What answer?
No, why it came up, the contract extension.
What? Yeah, what?
The answer is Scott Boras is his agent, which is he's the one, like he's one of the top, obviously, baseball agents out there. He has pretty much all the big names. And he's probably looking at it from a financial standpoint, like, dude, like, if you don't get your money now, he's probably being advised by his agent, which that's what the agent's supposed to do. And he's probably saying, like, look, the deal that's on the table right now is good, but, if you exhaust that or whatever, like, that's me personally, like, obviously the agent's job to get paid for himself, but also to be an agent and recommend good intel and details around his contract. And he's seeing these guys that haven't even played, like, the Japanese pitcher and all these guys getting new contracts and new money, and he's like, yo, if you don't get it now and you wait till later, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I think that's what it is personally.
Okay,
so it's like Tone says, like, when he's 39, who says he even wants to play? At 39, he may be thinking, all right, I think it might be time to hang up the cleats.
We could revisit this when you're 35, 36 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
4 years. Makes sense.
Like, come on. Like, why are we talking about this right now? Like, you got 8 years left, bro.
Yo, it's funny because I didn't realize that he was still so young in the contract. It felt like he's been here longer than what he has.
Right.
And
I mean, like I said, when I heard this, I'm like, damn. I'm like, that
like
contract
already,
almost over. That's what I thought. I'm like, why are we talking about a contract? I'm like, that shit almost over? Like, what?
yeah, 8
But no,
years.
here he got
Never
8
mind.
years left. What?
Yeah, never mind. I paused on my original statement of me making my faces. You got
Thank
8
you.
years. Show me something in 6 years, in order for you to feel, enough for us to be like, all right, it's time to extend you, bro.
Get us a ring, man. I mean, yeah, back-to-back years you were close to getting at least one of them.
I think if he gets his payday, that's
Yeah,
it. It's gonna be a
cash,
wrap.
he cashed in for us. They cashed in for him, right? And
Exactly.
you know what? What was crazy? Before I gave my take on it, that's just what I was going to say, Larry. Like I was going to say, first off, I would give him the money because it ain't mine. Like I don't give you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Obviously, in theory, like I don't care what anybody gets paid because they not paying me. But with him having 8 years left on this current deal, why are we talking about a contract right now?
True.
Yeah. The president of the Phillies said he told the locker room he wants a dynasty.
Yeah.
By adding other players, right? Like not giving him an extension, right?
And this team has been putting out the money and spending has not been an actual. I thought he tried to hit me with a pause, but I'm like, what the hell did I say? I'm like, wait a minute. But freaking yeah, man, I just feel like the team has been. I feel like the team has been doing their part to keep Bryce Harper happy as far as bringing the players here, putting a good team around them. Now it's time just like you got to deliver results and we can revisit that. But I think for sure if we get that World Series victory, it's a wrap. Like we definitely, he's going to get paid easy. And at that point, he will deserve it.
Look, he already showed that I think one of the things and one of the stipulations in his contract had to do with him being an MVP, and he already did that already. So if he's already, in my opinion, he's already going to be a Philly legend already.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if he get himself a World Series ring here in Philadelphia, like it's already like he don't got to buy nothing in Philly now. Can you imagine he bring this city a ring?
He will get the Jason Kelce treatment for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
He can retire here.
He may even have the treatment now, but if he wins a ring,
it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
I don't think he's going to deliver a good speech like that, though.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I don't think that will ever repeat itself.
No, not at all. All right, so wow, that conversation went a lot deeper than I thought it was going to. Go ahead, Phils. Yo, Joel, what you wanted to bring?
I mean, I sent you the clip on, JJ Redick bringing it up, but they were talking about, who's the face of the NBA or who could potentially be the face of the NBA after LeBron. And, we touched on it a little bit before we hopped on, but I mean, they were just going over some names and I was looking like, oh man, like, is it that? They're really trying to find the face of the NBA, like the next star. And I kind of like wanted to talk to you guys about it. I mean, I don't know if Kev would have, if he would have someone, but you could keep tally of track of who we picking. But I don't know if you he hopped off. If you want to give me your take, Tone and Larry.
I have a take. He's gonna play basketball.
All right, man.
All right, so
there you go. That's what happens.
All right, all right. So no, I was watching that, and when he was on when JJ was on First Take, and he was talking to them, and that's a good question, bro, because who's out there that's the most dominant that would actually embrace being the face of the NBA that does not have a track record in any kind of way? Because you could tell if this was the conversation like 3 years ago, it was Ja Morant. It was Ja. Young guy, plenty of athleticism. No, he was like I'm gonna say reincarnated, but he was like the next AI. You know what I mean? Except now there's nobody talking about how he looks with braids and blah blah blah. Like he was the new AI with all that athleticism and everything. They wanted Ja to be it, but now obviously it's impossible for him to be that now. But I mean, everybody's saying like it's Anthony Edwards, and I like him. I like him as a player, but do you see him being the face of the NBA in Minnesota? I don't know, man.
Yo, to me, the face, the face of the league, the last couple faces of the league, obviously, right now, well, he's at the he's at the end. But LeBron was the face of the league when he
Right.
first came in. Where did where did his buzz come from? Where was he at when we first heard about LeBron
High
James?
school.
Kobe Bryant. Where did we first hear about him?
High school.
Michael Jordan, we knew he was great, you know what I mean? Obviously, his freshman year of college, because what did his team do?
Championship.
Like, none of the faces in the league right now has any of that pedigree. If we're still trying to find a face of the league and we're talking about 2, 3, 4 years in already, ain't gonna be no face of the league. This is gonna be a collective bunch of guys that's, in my opinion, I think some of that is takes away from being the face of the league is the money. These dudes is getting paid crazy amount of dollars right now, whereas though if they don't ever win a championship, I don't think they care. Social media has been the death of a lot of people, things. Like everything is a flex. Like everything, man. Everything. So I think a lot of the core values in basketball that old school had and that it came up, it stopped with LeBron for real, man. You can't even say KD. KD had to go join, somebody to go to get a championship because he was getting he's getting waxed by them. Like, um, it's honestly sad that there's really not a face of the league that we can really say that it is right now. If LeBron was to just hang it up after this season, which obviously I doubt he does, but if he was to call it quits after this year, who are we talking about? Like how we've been talking about that guy for the last 20 years. Who?
Well, according to
Yeah,
Matt says to bring back Brian Scalabrine.
The white mamba. The white mamba. Bring the white
that's
mamba.
why I wanted to bring it up because when I saw it, I was puzzled, man. And then some of the names that they brought up, like he said, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, and a couple of other guys in the league, and they're like, look, Jokic doesn't want it. He's he doesn't even he doesn't even show any emotion when they just want
He
to
don't
chip.
even play
But
basketball in the
right,
offseason.
right. It was like a great question to bring up because honestly, just like you guys, I'm puzzled. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't even know who will want it. And like to Tone's point, I didn't even factor in like how much money these guys aren't really even hungry from that standpoint or strapped to the point of trying to get that generational wealth for their families and stuff like that. But I mean, it was a great question, and I mean, I can't even give an answer because I really don't see someone that fits the mold, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. So.
And
All right, so
think about I think JJ Redick said it. He said first off, you gotta want to be the face of the league. You have
right.
to want to be that. You know what I mean? You have to want to be marketable. You want to have to be in these commercials. You have to want to be seen, camera in your face, all the time. But he's like, and then sometimes, faces of the league, come out of nowhere. He's like, nobody could ever tell us that they sat and thought that Steph Curry would be the face of the league. You know what I mean? At some point in his career, winning the championship, coming out of Davidson. He's like, yes, he was the son of a NBA player, but you know what I mean? Went to Davidson. You know, was a frail kid coming out. You know, of college, and now he's the best shooter ever with 4 championships. You know what I mean? Crazy legacy. First ballot Hall of Famer. Like nobody would ever, predicted that or guessed that, for him. And I'm sorry to switch sports, but the same thing happened with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if y'all seen that clip. When he first came out of college and all the, experts was on what is Kansas City doing? This kid doesn't have the upscale to rise. The kid was Deshaun Watson. He's going to be the guy that's going to get the championship first. I'm like, Deshaun Watson ain't even made the Super Bowl, nor will I think he ever. And this dude and Patrick Mahomes got 3 of them. So all this skepticism and if you don't know, man, you don't know who the face of the league going to be. People gotta want it, and I don't know if I see anybody right now that's doing it like how Brian did it. Like the last person that has it, I don't see it.
Right, and the young name that he mentioned that I kind of was like, like it was Halliburton, and I was like, man, he's so young, and I don't know, but I mean, although during the All-Star game, like he did show like the want and the willingness to go out there and put on a show for his home crowd. So I mean, you know what I mean? Like he performed, and I think he got robbed too. He should have got the MVP from my point of view, for the All Star game. But man, I just it was a great question, and I really can't give a solid answer or agree with one person right now. But hopefully, someone just comes out of nowhere like Tone said, and because I mean Curry got all the young kids wearing that 30 jersey, episode 30, no pun intended, but he got young kids shooting from the logo and trying to make that shot. As before, it was all about the AI with the crossover and taking it to the rack and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So hopefully we get someone that embraces that and comes out of nowhere.
Mr. Smith said that this say raw talent for Patrick Mahomes, but no one thought it was going to be him. And you're right. I mean, that came out of nowhere for Mahomes. So that's a really good that's a really good comparison. So I thank you, Matt, for that one. Matt also says here that you would think it would be Luka, but Luka don't want it either. You're right, Matt. You can just tell he don't want to be the face. He kind of seems like sometimes he's happy to be that superstar that he is, but you can tell he don't want that. No, he don't want that camera in his face. Just like the Joker, he don't want that.
Right, and honestly, like we talked about the marketing standpoint. I mean, I honestly think they probably gonna want it to be an American player versus an overseas player, because that's the other thing that what I mean. I feel like they're gonna want to do, obviously, because this is mainly out here in the U.S. You know what I mean? It's a national sport, obviously, but you know what I mean. It's something that you know what I mean? I know for a fact they will probably want someone that's American to be the face of the league.
But you know what? It feels like they want it to be like this. Like instead of having a face, it's the international basketball league of all these international players. Because if you think about, because most of the top players that we think of like immediately that could be the face are players that's from foreign lands, so it's going to be real interesting, like, who will actually step up and be that. But okay, let's shoot some names just in case. All right. So I said Anthony Edwards. What do y'all guys think?
What do you mean about
being the face?
No, that's a negative for me.
Okay, how about Melo Ball?
He's a young attraction for the younger generation, because I mean, I know personally, like One of my coworkers, his son, asked for his sneakers for Christmas. Like, you know what I mean? That type of thing. But as far as being the face, I don't think so.
Oh, you know who I think could be the face of the league? And he's playing in a city that has a big market. And I had to say, I think Jalen Brunson could be the face of the league one day.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you might have the Steph Curry element where he's coming out of nowhere because I mean that dude is playing out of this world right now. Like, you see what he's doing, and he's just like real quiet, humble. You know what I mean? But man, yeah, I ain't think of Brunson.
He's still young too.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
still young.
and he on go. Like I said, he in a good market. New York, they're a team that's they on the rise. So young Boogie, he all right. He tough. He tough, man. He
Yeah.
can play. He can play.
Absolutely.
Man. So
Matt
Yeah,
says
and
here
good.
a collection of faces that translate to all races.
yeah, that's what it is, man. Yeah,
And that's
And
what
then
it feels like. That's where they lean towards too.
That's what it is. Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to face of the league no more. I don't think. Because they want to turn it international, like we saying, global. They want. They probably one day want to have an overseas team in the NBA. Just like I think they do. We want that in the NFL too.
Oh, gets guaranteed.
Because they want money worldwide now. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of the international players are good. You know what I mean? They had that debate too. I seen on Gilbert Arenas podcast, like with a European can never be the face of the league because they can never beat or be better than like an American player. So they was like trying to say like Luka he couldn't beat like LeBron 1-on-1. He couldn't beat KD 1-on-1. He couldn't beat Devin Booker 1-on-1. Like they was like, so he could never be the face of the league because he will get cooked by half of the people in the league. So how could you be the face of it?
Right, and while we were talking off the court, because that was another thing, was face of the league, obviously on the court, off the court. Off the court, I would say someone that really represents the league well up to this point is Jaylen Brown, but you know what I mean. He balled out too during the All-Star break, but I don't see him.
No, off the court. No, I'm gonna have to take that back. Did y'all see what he did today?
Oh, I don't know what he did today. I mean, I didn't see this.
I know it just happened today. No, but he was somewhere. I think it might have probably been All-Star weekend. He got out the car with his girl, and they walked over like a sheet of ice, and she had these heels on. And he just let her walk. He didn't grab her hand, so to clutch his arm or nothing. He just like, oh, if you fall, bitch.
Dang.
So off the court, he not a gentleman, man. I don't know about that one, bro. That was nasty. That was nasty work on his part, bro. Like,
I mean, he probably wasn't trying to fall. He was like, go ahead, he take that.
He gonna let her fall?
Ain't no sense of both of us falling.
Yeah, he like, I'm the $300 million man. You ain't nothing.
Yeah, I can't get hurt out here. I'm the primary breadwinner. What's wrong with you?
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I ain't know about that. But besides that,
but bro,
breaking news.
He can't be like he couldn't be the face of the league. He can't even be the face of his own team.
Man, he can't even be the face of that dunk attempt he did. Why he cover his face when he after the dunk?
He couldn't even figure it out.
Bro, I was like, what is this, man? Yo, I was like, when he did it, I said, wait a minute. I said, did he just cover his face as if you didn't already make the dunk?
And then he held it too.
Yo, I'm like, is he doing a dab?
He dabbed after the dunk.
I said, yo, that was the worst. And then what was the glove about? What was that?
Oh, Doc and Duck left hand.
Right.
With a glove?
They were saying he couldn't go to his left. That's his biggest his biggest question to his game, that he can never go to the left.
They didn't say you can't dunk with your left. They said you couldn't go left. Did he go left and make the dunk? Like, did he do that?
I guess.
Like, dog, that was yo, man. Just get rid
So
of
I
that
guess
man.
you're not voting him for the face of the league, Tony.
Hell no, man. He
I'm not
faked
either.
it. He
Kev
faked
said
it.
he's thinking about it. Kev's like, I don't even want to vote for him. I don't even know who the hell it is.
No, I know. I saw him behind his face after he dunked it. I saw that.
Like
I had
all
this-
these cameras
I-
wasn't on him. He
I
did a
made the
fake
same
out.
face. I made the same face as Shaquille O'Neal made when he saw that dunk. He went,
Yo,
That should be on dunks going wrong.
that
That's
should
what
be
it
on
should
Shaq and the Fool, yo. Shaq and the
Yeah,
Fool.
shit.
Dog, you already made the dunk, bro. What did you cover your face for?
He
D
was like,
Brown
he
didn't do D
closed his
Brown when
eyes
D
and
Brown
he
did it.
covered his face. It's bad.
That was nasty work by Jalen Brown, man. Get him out of here, man. And all that money they gave him to do that dunk, man, they should have paid him to do some dunks, man. Like, what are you doing, man? What was that?
Horrible. That whole weekend was horrible.
So we can't
That's
come up
everything
with a
else.
name.
Nope.
That was
And-
terrible. That was nasty All-Star weekend work. Please don't give me that again. Please. I ain't even watched the All-Star game. I was at a show.
They
And when I
dropped
got back,
211 on him.
yeah, 211. Yo, did y'all see? They shot 168 combined threes.
Mm-hmm.
168
That's the reason why.
combined threes, yo.
Dude,
What?
and that's the reason why I wanted Halliburton to get it, because even though Dame scored more, like he threw up 23 threes, like, and he went 11 for 23. Like, I mean, it's still a good average, but
He
I
does
mean,
that. I'm about to say
man.
he shoot like that in the game too, though, from 3-point line.
Yeah, but I'm like, Halliburton's numbers and stat line looked way better. I'm like, come on, bro. I couldn't believe it when they said it was him. I was like, damn, he did him dirty.
They wanted Dame. Look, listen, man. You know they said what Dame was the first.
He won the 3-point contest and the MVP.
Right, and then I think he competed in like 5 events. So he competed in everything. I think they said like the whole entire weekend. So they probably just wanted that storyline for him. You know what I mean? Being a leader or participating in all of that. So
Or the face of the league.
Dame done. Well, Dame, I ain't gonna say he done, but
he done.
his time to be the face of the league is over.
Now, pause moment in the conversation just for this question, Tone. Just to be sure. Not a pause moment, just pause in the conversation. Looking at the situation. No. Looking at the situation now, would you want to, like now, still traded Maxey for Dame?
No, I think we talked about that already, didn't we?
Just in case. I mean, like, we fast forward a little bit more. I think I'm going to relive this question to you almost this whole entire season.
What, the Dame situation?
Yeah, just that question. Just that question. I may ask you almost random every other month, every month, something like that, to see your true feelings. Like still, like
yeah, it was pretty much just obviously me thinking Dame would team with Embiid. And it being, you know what I'm saying, what Dame gave us in Portland. You know what I mean? I thought it would be, bigger and better in Milwaukee. But that's not the case. But all in all, man, any and everything still is going to revolve around number 21, yo. We could have Jesus himself if Embiid not on the floor, man. What's the point of it having anybody?
right. All right. So, since we're already kind of leaning towards you right now, Tone, what you wanted to bring? What's the next question?
Yo, you those videos, you ain't got that the clip? You couldn't get them up there?
No.
So my thing was just the y'all thoughts on the NIL deals that these collegiate players can get and the leverage that they're bringing by this portal being open every year. Like a kid can go to 4 different schools if he decided to go to college for 4 years. He can go into the portal every year and pretty much bid on, where he's going to go. Hey, such and such schools offer me this. You know what I mean? I'm going to take my talents down there. So and then it's just like you only getting these guys for 9 months for real. So whatever it is that they asking for, you got to look at it as if it's just going to be for that school year. Because if they feel as though they can get some more money somewhere else, they're going to leave. So this NIL thing, I think, is right now is a gift and a curse. Obviously, is it's a gift because it's helping the kids. You know what I mean? Because the schools market off of their name, and you know what I mean. I get that part. So that fine, cool. You finally paying the kids what they're bringing to the schools. You know what I mean? What their worth is. But the curse is that these kids is now it's like they're players, and coaches don't have to recruit anymore. You know what I mean? For real, because it's all about the money now. Yeah, they're gonna go after the players, the players that's good, and think that they can help, their programs. But we pretty much gonna be just talking about who can give me the most money. You know what I mean? So does it become recruiting after that, or is it just who got the biggest, pocketbook? What's your thoughts?
I mean, I'm gonna have a biased opinion just because fortunately one of my cousins is in this position to actually collect on NIL deals, and she's a heavily recruited softball player, and she's actually committed to Clemson. Um, and I actually had the opportunity, obviously, to talk to my uncle, is my uncle's daughter, and is for from my standpoint, for her, because there's not a real professional platform like a MLB for the female athlete. I think is a great thing. So like I'm gonna obviously I'm going to say I'm for the players, and not just only for that reason, but I mean it's an opportunity for the college students that are heavily recruited and projected to go to the leagues and all that end up getting hurt and career-ending injuries, and at least they grab what they can grab too. So that's my take on it. I mean, I just think it's a good thing from that standpoint, but it does cause some interesting topics that will obviously play out, and young kids having a lot of money at their disposal and how they use it. They might be making some bad choices. That's the only other part that I think that would be a negative.
Okay, Kev, because this goes from regular like basketball, football, everything. So, like, what do you think?
It's tough. It's like Joel said. I mean, I'm thinking of like these kids with that kind of money. It's like it's a recipe for disaster on that point of view. But it's like I'm all for players, getting whatever they need. I mean, they're putting their bodies out there to be great, no matter if it's college, whether it's professional. That's a tough situation. But yeah, I don't. I just keep going back to it's getting these numbers, getting the money, and it's just like, what the hell are they gonna do with it?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I personally, I've never experienced like college parties per se, like,
no.
And they talking about them being crazy. Can you imagine one of these guys that got an NIL deal throwing parties and how crazy they would be? I mean, they were doing that with limited budgets. Now it's like, yo, it's about to get real crazy.
Yo,
it's so crazy. The
they're gonna be renting out like their own personal islands and shit. Like, yo, the party's over here, private jet on deck. Pull up.
I mean, if they get busted too, like if they get caught and they get in trouble, it's like you could be like a 5-star player, like about to be like the first overall pick, and something stupid happens and you get involved in it, and your stock just
And the
Drop.
sad thing is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna be on this podcast talking about it.
Uh-huh.
So just in case, and thank you guys for answering because it gave me time to actually stall and go ahead and put this video in. Tone, I got you.
Recruiting's never been a challenge until recruiting became not recruiting anymore. Like what I had to do to get Cade Cunningham here was way more difficult than what it takes to get players on campus now. It's not even the same thing. It took 4 years of making sure I was there more than Bill Self and making sure I was there more than Roy Williams and making sure I was there more than all these other coaches who had national championships and Final Fours and all these NBA guys. I had never coached a guy in NBA as a head coach. I hadn't coached an NCAA tournament. But over time, the relationship mattered enough that he believed that I was going to do the right thing by him. I can't work that hard anymore. Not when you can say, here's $500,000 to come spend 9 months over here. I like you, coach, but I might get hurt this year, man. And all you got is a scholarship for me. And I still got to give those books back at the end of the year. Recruiting's
It's the whole thing is just crazy.
It's right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like he spoke it real, during that, his press conference, and it's the truth. I mean, what? If you remember, Bijan Robinson, I think I'm saying his name correctly. The
Mhm.
gentleman, the running back that got drafted by the Atlanta Falcons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My man was driving around his last year there in a freaking Ferrari.
Right. Well, go ahead. I'm
Either
waiting for you
Ferrari or
to
a
ask you
Lamborghini.
guys.
One of them. He was driving around in that.
Either way, it's cars we don't have.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was just going to pose the question in a whole opposite direction to kind of give us a different perspective. So I know, Kev, my apologies, but hopefully in the near future or a little bit later, I don't know what you plan on, but Larry, myself, and Tone being fathers, if it's your kid, how do you feel about NIL deals?
Mm.
And your kid's an athlete, and I mean, I got 3 boys. I mean, if one of them an
I was gonna
athlete,
ask
I'm
you
looking
that
at this
too.
whole thing totally different. You was gonna ask that?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
ask
mean,
you, yeah.
yeah, because that, I mean,
'Cause
me
obviously,
personally, I'm telling my kid, get the most you can. I
Yeah,
mean,
because I can't speak because I'm not a father, but I know you three are, so it's.
but I think you
conversation.
would feel the same way though. Like Kev, like you would say, listen, man, get everything you can while you can, and you never, tomorrow's never promised. So I mean, I find it very hard. I mean, the only people that will probably wanna not go that route is somebody that's coming from a very wealthy family, where they'll say, hey, obviously the schooling and all that stuff is important, but a lot of the athletes are coming from not wealthy families and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So obviously they're gonna take that money and take those deals and put their family in the best position possible.
But you know what?
But what's crazy is the top NIL getters or receivers that they are the most famous, ain't they? Ain't like LeBron's son up there, Dion's son up there. They already got they are definitely already got cash, but their popularity is what's getting them their NIL deals, in my opinion. But yeah, you want your kid to get the the best deal possible. You know what I mean? That they can get. It's just like now it's just like college sports is about to be real different, because that means that the talent is going to be for one, it's going to be everywhere. You know what I mean? It's going to be all over the place, and then that means that it could just, it's going to flip flop every year. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
they can choose to go to different schools, and you know what I mean, go over there for the money. You know what I mean? I get the bag. I definitely wouldn't oppose to that, but it's about to change the sport.
I think the most difficult thing now is going to be is how do you hold coaching and staffs accountable with like like I'm feeling for the guy that just was on the clip that he put up, because he's like, I'm getting, kind of held accountable, or my job expectation is to recruit. And all right, so how are you guys giving me tools to recruit besides just giving me a Brinks truck or full of money so I can go to
That's
these,
all it
hey,
is.
come here, you know what I mean? And we often joke around, you get a bag, you get a bag, you get a bag. Come here to play. But I mean, it's going to be very difficult from a coaching standpoint. And I mean, if I'm one of the top coaches, I'm like, how much money you giving me to recruit players? That's the first conversation we're having,
No,
because
that's the
that's gonna,
only one you
yeah,
probably really put in your
that's gonna ultimately decide my ability to bring people here and to win. And if I can't do that, then you're gonna fire me. So I need to figure out what's on the table. So
Yep.
it's definitely going to change, and it's definitely going to make it. I think it's going to be like a hot and cold, different teams and college teams when they get hot, is if they had the bag that year and were willing to put it up.
Well, you know what? It's funny because certain schools it's always going to be in a disadvantage, because you can go ahead and do your best to recruit and go ahead and give money to that certain player that may be top 20. You know what I mean? Maybe top 20, but maybe not top 5. And ranking, and you go ahead and bring him in, and let's say he balls out, no matter if it's football, basketball, whatever, he balls out. Now you got Duke like whatever what you think that you was getting there. This is what
Transfer
we gonna
portal
get.
immediately.
Transfer portal. Because
Right.
guaranteed the NCs, the Dukes, the Georgetowns, these big names of these big schools, is like, I can give you so much more than what you're going to have there. And they always go on that route. They're never going to have the top recruits. Never.
I'm
If
gonna
they
look it
do,
up. I don't
it's
know if you
temporary.
guys know. I'm about to look it up, but I figure I ask you guys first. Are they allowed to have agents? Like,
No.
they're not.
I
No,
don't
because
think
I
so.
was gonna say, imagine the agents getting involved in this thing. I'm gonna look it
Yeah.
up. I don't know the answer.
Somebody
Yeah, I
got
don't
to
think
be
so.
involved, but who handling the deals? I don't think it's them or the
I
parents.
I think it's I think it is flat out structured. Like, you're a top recruit, so you get this amount. I don't think it's anything for them
No in
to.
between.
Right,
No, it's just straight
right,
payment. Right.
right. Like, you're this recruit, you're towards the bottom, you're going to get this amount. Because there's players that don't get anything at all, just except for just a scholarship, compared to the top guy that's getting, like he said, $500,000-$600,000. That's bananas.
Yeah, they said it's third string running backs going to coaches like, yo, down in Idaho State, they offering me $250,000. What you got for
Yep,
me? I'm like, what?
yep.
I guess you'll be at Idaho State. I guess. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like, but that's what it is, man.
It's a
That's what it
different
is.
way of one and done, like an NBA.
Yeah, right. But
It's
it's
just a
one and
totally
done to go
different one
to
and done.
another school.
Right. One and done
That's
instead of just
good,
a
and
little
that's
different.
good. That's good. That's great. You know what I mean? To Joel's point about, the kids possibly getting a career, ending, you know what I mean? No injury. But to be honest, I mean, I don't know if 400, 500,000 is would I mean be equivalent to getting a million, millions of dollar contract, getting a injury. Obviously, that money's going to run out at some point because then you
Yeah.
ain't even be able to play no more. So, uh, but yeah, man, it's great that they paying these kids, like I said, off of the school. That they making a name for the school. They getting them, money, winning championships. Man, you got. I think you want. I want to say like Arkansas probably has like a $280 million workout facility on
Yeah.
their campus. 280 million. What? You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it's great that they paying these kids, man, because they're the ones who do it. They're the
Yep.
ones who bring all that to the schools. So kudos to them for paying these kids for doing that. But like I said, I just think the bad part about it is that, they get to hit this portal and they just get to leave and they negotiating and it's turning into like the baby pro, like what they do in the pros. So
now it's a shame because they're, the ones that, well, it's making them stay the whole entire 4 years too.
I mean, if wait, what you talking about the
No, like if you think about it, it's like almost that money is almost guaranteed. As long as you stay on top of your game, you're gonna literally learn your craft more, and still get paid.
right?
So they're not
right,
running out to go
right,
into the league.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
what
it's
you would
like,
think, but
right.
not so much staying at that school. Just staying in school, I think is the one thing. But staying at that school could be another thing. Because just like you just said, if the Dukes call, North Carolina call, and you playing at Wake Forest, you're not going to leave. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the only. I think that's the only issue I had with it, that these kids could just go just keep switching schools. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Dude,
like
I just looked it up. There's NIL deal agents specifically for this now. You got to be certified and everything by the state, wherever it's at.
I didn't know that. Wow. I just learned something. Thanks. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, well. But in situations like this, to kind of answer your question, Joel, it would be for me, that know thy child. You know what I mean? Like, if that was my kid, and depending on which child of mine, since I do have multiple, like I know each of my children will react differently if somebody said, "Here, do this. Here's $500,000." Know thy child. So it will be how much is my hands in the middle of this to make sure that they don't go off the rails. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but yeah. Anyway, I just had to throw that in.
Then they're gonna go behind your back and transfer and get another 250 that you don't know about.
And hey, look, I wouldn't be the one to try to take money. It'll just be a matter of me like, yo, we're going to manage this correctly. You're not going to go crazy. You don't need no daggone Ferrari. That Volvo works. That's fine.
Right. Right.
Like it's going to be controlled.
Larry goes like, I'm controlling your money, pulling up in a Benz.
Yeah, right.
I'm taking care of your money over here. This is yours after you get out.
Yeah. It's getting well spent.
Be your personal chauffeur. That's dad.
Right.
All right, man. Look, we've been on here for about an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and close this thing up. So, Kev, let's go ahead and close it out with you, man.
Thank you guys for watching. We always say it every week, man. We're trying to be the best sports podcast in the world, man. And with these group of guys, I believe we can really do it. And it all starts with the fans. We appreciate everyone listening, watching. And, yeah, let's go Phils. Spring training, baby. Let's go.
Hey, so thank everyone for, reaching out to me in the last couple weeks. I mean, once we got together at the studio, I had a lot of people reaching out, a lot of people wanting to be guests. Just want to thank you guys for that. Definitely going to take you guys up on those offers and network with you guys. But thanks for watching. Please make sure you start subscribing for our channel if you want to support us. And listen, any feedback, comments, and again, if you guys want to be guests on the show, please reach out. I mean, is no limits to what we could do with this. And I just want to thank the panel and all the guys for bringing me on. And it's been a blast, and I'm looking forward to what we can do with this thing. And thank you guys for watching.
Yo. I just thank y'all for tuning in. GNT World. Like Joel just said, man, listen, I know a lot of people. Larry, I'm sure, knows a lot of people. Joel knows a lot of people. Kev knows a lot of people. Yo, just subscribe to our channel. That's all we asking. It's a click of a button. We know a lot of people. No way that our channel should only have 17 subscribers right now. Come on, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing that I said. We got to give each other our flowers, man, early while we here. You know what I mean? Like, we do this every day. All of us. talk sports. You know what I mean? And we just decided to all come together and talk about it on the internet for y'all guys. So just subscribe to the channel, man. Get them alerts on when we going on every Wednesday at 8. So I'm gonna thank y'all in advance for that, because I know a lot of my friends that's watching now are gonna do that. You know what I mean? So, and with that being said, another thing I got, my comedy show every third Friday of the month. And right now, tickets is on sale for $10. $10. The link is in the bio on my Instagram page, Tone the Promoter. Y'all say, oh, Tone, I want to come to a show. Oh, you look like y'all be having fun. You have a good thing going on. Well, tickets is $10 until Friday. They go at $5 every week. And like I said, if you're a friend of mine, I want to see you there. Let me know you support me by showing up to a show. That's all. That's all you got to do. We get wine drunk down there. We have a great time. We vibe out. Laugh the pain away. Next show, March 15th. Tickets $10 till Friday. Please buy, y'all. And tune in next week for another episode of GNT Sports. Tony Promoter signing out, y'all. Let's get it.
As always, we thank y'all guys so much for being part of the show. Besides the normal, hey, make sure that you subscribe because we need that. No, we're new to this particular channel where we by ourselves, and that's important because it gives us the ability to really interact with y'all guys a whole lot closer. So with that being said, leave us a comment, be part of the conversation. That's all we're asking, because y'all guys is what's going to drive us to go ahead and be better and to do more. So we have a hungry group, and we're just going to go ahead and continue to go on. So with all that being said, we thank y'all so much for joining. God bless you all, and I wish y'all nothing but the best. Take care. Peace.